Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault once again. Today I am checking out the Pulsar 135 LS, wherein LS stands for light and sporty. Now I've been getting requests to review this bike for a long time. Unfortunately, the bike wasn't available at the dealership whenever I tried checking it out. I think the bike was in short supply. Anyway, I found all the color variants of the 135 LS this time around when I went to check out the new cocktail red wine color variant of the V15. So I made sure that I did review it right away. Honestly, I did ride it long back at the time of its launch, and at that time, I hadn't really started my YouTube channel, but I wasn't really impressed back then. Maybe the bike I rode wasn't in great shape. It had lots of vibrations, the seat was hard, and almost everything just didn't feel right with the bike. This time, I wanted to give it a second shot, and I'll be sharing my test ride experience later in this video. Now, this bike is of great significance to all the Pulsar fanboys out there. Brand Pulsar has a following unlike no other here in our nation, and rightly so because it rekindled the fire in the mass motorcycle segment that was slowly being sucked into the economy driven world of commuters. The Pulsar was a revelation in our Indian biking history that changed the way the common man looks at motorcycles. It offered all the power, the excitement, the muscle, the looks, the versatility, and also the efficiency, and all this in the very affordable range, which made it an instant blockbuster among the masses. Long story short, the Pulsar 135 LS was launched with a concept, as the name suggests, to offer a light and sporty Pulsar, because that is what LS stands for. It still is the most affordable Pulsar, and also it was the first Pulsar to receive a 4-valve engine. The main aim of the Pulsar 135 LS was to offer the performance of a 150cc motorcycle while also ensuring the efficiency of a 125cc commuter. The bike offers a power to weight ratio of 110 bhp per ton, which is just as much as that of the RTR 160 and even greater than that of the Pulsar 150, which is around 103.47 bhp per ton, I believe. Now, taking a look at its design, Bajaj has always been the ace at bringing us amazing designs. Now, everyone is entitled to have their own opinion, but looks wise, I've always loved the way this bike had come out. It looks sharp, sleek, and sporty. The sharp cuts are evident right from the headlamp design. We do get pilot lamps and an adequately powerful headlamp. The headlamp cowl along with the blackened front visor look radical and sporty. Coming to the profile, the design really comes alive from this angle. The chiseled fuel tank is again a lot slender when compared to the muscular ones we see in the bigger Pulsars. Also, the tank cowls integrate really well with the tank and look superb. The side and rear panels are sharp and sleek. The tail section is lifted up to further enhance its sporty character. The exhaust too is angled upwards to go with overall sporty design. The two-strip tail lamp looks gorgeous. The split seats offer good room for the rider as well as the pillion, but are slightly on the harder side. The clip-on handlebars are of good quality. We get all the regular switches like the high beam flasher and the engine kill switch. We also do get the trademark backlit switches that come as standard with every Pulsar. The instrument cluster is part digital and part analog. We get an analog tachometer. The digital display contains the speedometer, odometer, trip meter, and a fuel gauge. Talking about the engine specs, powering the 135 LS is a 4-stroke air-cooled 134.66cc 4-valve DTSI engine that puts out a max power of 13.56 PS at 9000 rpm and 11.4 Newton meters of torque at 7500 rpm. This comes mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Now, talking about my test ride experience, I was really surprised the way the bike responded as I shifted up the gears and took it into higher RPMs. The bike was revving up smoothly. There were no noticeable vibrations in the mid range. The 4-valve engine allows the engine to breathe easy and not be strained even when we rev the bike to higher RPMs. The seat was on the harder side though. The seating position is something that is very unlike that of a Pulsar, especially when we compare it with the likes of the Pulsar 150, 180, etc. The bigger Pulsars are more muscular, whereas this one is more slim and slender. Nevertheless, the engine packs a punch. The gearbox worked smoothly. The clutch again, I guess, was okay. It wasn't too hard. Overall, when compared to my earlier ride, this time I think the bike justified and proved its worth of carrying the Pulsar brand name. The main thing that falls in the bike's favor is its amazing power to weight ratio. This bike puts out more power than the FZ version 2.0. The FZ puts out 13.1 PS, whereas this bike puts out 13.56 PS. At the same time, the bike weighs nearly 11 kgs lesser at just 121 kgs when compared to 132 kgs of the FZ version 2. Lower weight results in better flickability in city traffic and lower strain on our forearms while steering the bike through traffic. However, the trade off is that the high speed stability wouldn't be all that great. Now, this bike is never meant to take on the 150cc bikes. It's just that Bajaj are trying to offer a more powerful, sporty, good looking, and fuel efficient motorcycle at the price of a 125cc commuter. Talking about the brakes, we get a 240 disc up front and a 130 drum brake at the back. The brakes are decent enough. Talking about the suspension, we get telescopic forks with anti-friction bush up front and a 5-way adjustable nitrox shock absorbers at the back. Suspension is slightly on the stiffer side to deliver a sporty performance. Ground clearance is 165 which is perfect for our Indian road conditions. Seat height is 800 which I believe is just about manageable for shorter riders. Fuel tank capacity is 8 liters, which I believe could have been more. Talking about the mileage, the ARAI mileage claim for this bike is around 68 kmpl, but I believe if you ride it sensibly, it would offer you close to 60 kmpl. Price ex showroom Hyderabad is around rupees 59,000. So that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao, take care, God bless, and ride safe.